It has. If you
Hey, so breaking news. White people ain't shit. Just kind of felt like saying that. I mean, what do you really say after that? There's nothing to follow up. White people ain't shit. But it's true, though, if you think about it. Like, what group of people is more racist than us, more hateful than us? What group of people do you know that started over 100 plus race massacres and have stripped everything from other groups of people of color, black people, however you want to categorize, and never pay it back? Ever. I mean, take everything they own, properties, businesses, family. Use their like, lynch them and do unspeakable acts to them. Use their skin for shoes and wallets and belts and hats. Use their teeth to, to replace ours. Use their hair to stuff chairs and shit. Or take pictures of these lynchings and put them on postcards and send them across states or the U.S. to your family and friends as a way to joke and shit. Like, I just... made me sick, dude. I hate us. I do. I really hate us. I mean, just strip everything and not pay it back. And be so hateful and so spiteful to the point that we put literature in contracts, especially with these insurance companies, that will prevent us from having to pay these people back as long as we call them riots, not massacres. Like, there's nobody more hateful than us. Take. A little bit of violence, a lot of bit of violence sprinkled in. Take some more. Whether it's people's fucking property or people's inventions. White people love taking credit for shit they never invented, but a brother or sister did. And we pay nothing back. Or you one of the cool ones, so to speak. And you take from the culture, and you don't contribute nothing back. You're no different. You're no fucking different. Or the ones that get mad when people call white people out as a whole, like you get triggered or something. And you feel like you gotta defend the white race. Put your white knight suit on and shit. Like, maybe you should take inventory on what it is that makes you feel like you gotta take up for white folk when people speak on us as a whole. What have you done? What have you said? Why do you feel guilty? Why do you feel like you're targeted in this? Why is it someone like me can sit here and join in on conversations against white people and not feel offended one fucking bit, but people like you do feel offended? I don't know. Maybe because you did some shit and I ain't. I mean, I'm just saying. We just ain't shit. I don't know how else to say it. And then the way we excuse racism. Oh, it was just one bad day. That was a long time ago. Bitch, so? So? The fuck does that have to do with anything? Never atoned for it. Been ducking and dodging accountability since that incident. Pretty sure that wasn't the first time you said it. Ain't some shit you just pop off at the top of the mouth randomly. No, that's who you are. It's ingrained in your DNA. It's the shit you partake in behind closed doors. Motherfucker, I'm from the Bible Belt in a conservative household down here in the South. I know what dog whistles are. I know the conversations that take place behind closed doors, fam. Had a racist ass stepdaddy. Confederate shit and all. I know, bro. I see that shit. I cannot stand my people. I hate how fake we can be, too. We love to say we ain't racist because our friends black, one of the good ones that we like to call them, one of the ones that fall in line with how we think and how we feel and vote how we vote. But I'll be damned if you decide to change your way of thinking. See exactly where that gets you. You're going to really see how we feel about you then. I hate our people. I really do. There's nobody like us. And nobody plays the victim card quite like white people. And you think that you can just wake up one day and decide to change your beliefs and be like, oh, I don't fuck with these racist crackers no more. I'm with y'all now. Hell no. Just like I told Trump people not too long ago, stay where the fuck you at. Stay over there. Keep your white hood energy over there. Just because you done dyed your shit red doesn't make you any less of a white hood than it was before, bro. I just don't like my people. Hey, so breaking news. White people ain't shit.
That's new. Let's go to yep, let's get it. Psalm 73. Psalm 73 verse 3. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Right? They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compassed them about as a chain, violence covered them as a garment. Right? All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth to rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Matazal Lakam. I wasn't going to stay on this video too long, maybe about 10 or 12 minutes. But I just wanted to let you know that, hey, look, man, these people hate themselves. They realize who they are now. The facade of white privilege and white supremacy is dwindling. It's fading. And these people are starting to have to take some accountability for what they've done, what they've said, and how they've acted in society against people that had no ability to fight back, who were oppressed, downtrodden, underfoot, poor, and needy. Okay? They get an opportunity to see what the fuck it feels like because now they're on the other side of the fence. Okay? The grass is greener on the other side of the fence. Yeah, well, they're on the other side of the fence where there's no green grass. Okay? Their SNAP benefits are being taken. Their HUD housing voucher is being taken. Okay, I just seen a TikTok video about that this morning. Okay, women are complaining at an all-time high that they can't pay their bills. They can't afford it. They need an extra income, hinting that they need a man. I'm like, yeah, that's what you get. If you would have never believed in Esau Edom's system and believing that, you were going to live like this forever and picked up the Bible and read it and prayed to the Most High in heaven and got in your place underneath your man to start with, instead of kicking his ass out in the street and making the government your man, you never had to worry about it. So now we're at the end of Esau's rulership. We're not the end of the world, because the world doesn't end. Okay? Like it says in Ecclesiastes chapter 1. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 4. Oh, come on. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. See, the earth is going to always be here, because that's the will of the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the creator of the heavens, the earth, the sea, all that is therein, and the foundation of water. Okay? He created everything. He created me, he created you, he created all of us from the dust of the earth. Esau Edom came from out of our loins, so-called white man. Okay? Which, and they're clean lepers. They're the first victims of vitiligo. Okay? Where they were Asashawites. Okay? Where they were melaninless. They were born without the protective covering skin of the brown, swarthy color and complexion of Negroes, which are actually Hebrews. Okay? Because Negro is a mistranslation from the word Hebrew. Okay? They used to call us Hebos. Okay? Okay? A lot of people just don't, and then it also goes into the meaning of words. I've been learning a lot from Elder Yashawamba down in Dallas about the meaning of words on his channel, Remnant Saved 144. I strongly suggest that you go and subscribe to the brother. He's very knowledgeable. He's full of wisdom. And And he breaks things down to where a child could understand it. You know, I listen to him and write down some of his lessons all the time. I take a lot of his lessons out on the street corners with me when I preach. A lot of the books that he and Elder Malcolm up in Chicago has suggested, okay, I downloaded these PDFs. 100 Years of Lynchings, Without Sanctuary. Oh man, that's heartbreaking. It won't even let me download Without Sanctuary anymore. But this is the wickedness of these devils, man. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. I just made a video that they hung not one but two young black men in Mississippi. The Trey Reed, which I just made a video about that one, and another young man as well. I mean, these motherfuckers, man, with that left-right paradigm is insane, and they're serious about it. Okay, but there's really nothing we can do, man, until the Most High gets here. We have to wait until the Most High rises to the prayer. Let's see. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. And the prey in this biblical context would be Esau, Edom, and the heathen nations that have oppressed us and scattered us and cast lots for our people and took over his land, like it says in the book of Joel chapter 3 verse 2. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Right? So the Most High is going to devour them with the fire of his jealousy. And that fire are thermonuclear missiles. Intercontinental ballistic thermonuclear missiles. Every continent on the face has them now, thanks to the BRICS alliance. All the nations that signed up with BRICS purchased thermonuclear weapons from Russia. So this way they could all be on the same playing field in the destruction of Babylon the Great, America. You see? Anyway. What was that? Was it yeah, I think that was no, it wasn't Zephaniah, it was Zechariah. I think it was Zechariah 7. Right. Zechariah chapter 7 verse 9. Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, execute true judgment and show mercy and compassions, every man to his brother, and oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart. But they refused to hear, they refused to hearken, and pulled away the shoulder, and stopped their ears that they should not hear. Yep, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord of hosts had sent in his spirit by the former prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts. And that great wrath was in the form of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil the Bible speaks of. Because our people are hard-headed and stiff-necked. They refuse to listen to common sense and reason. Right? Right? Lamentations chapter 4, verse 6. For the punishment of the iniquity of the daughter of my people is greater than the punishment of the sin of Sodom, that was overthrown as in a moment, and no hand stayed on her. Right? Her Nazarites were purer than snow. They were whiter than milk. They were more ruddy in body than rubies. Their polishing was of sapphire. Their visage was blacker than a coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It is become like a stick. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger, for these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. And all these things are going to happen to 2/3 of our people for being hard-headed, pulling away the shoulder. If you know, in my last camp video, me and the brother you call were out there. We were trying to explain the mark of the beast and what's going, and the MOTB and the radio frequency identification chip. In order, once they have this great blackout, because I just got to watching a video about the Simpsons predicting a great blackout across the nation, okay, and how they're going to start trying to play squid games, right? Which goes into Second Ezra, chapter 15, where it says there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You see? So 911 is going to be off the table. You ain't going to be able to call the police because the police are going to be at home trying to protect their family from their neighbors. Okay? Yeah, it's going to be all out complete anarchy, man. And so they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. And the fruits of the field are the things that these farmers are bitching, whining, and complaining about, that they don't have any any employees to pick their crops, right? So there's no food coming in that way. And then on the new tariffs that Donald Trump just put out, there's no import or export from other countries. So America's being made desolate here at home and from abroad. Okay? They no longer want to deal with U.S. petrodollars. They no longer want to deal with paper money, fiat currency. They want to deal with central bank digital currencies in their own currencies of the different countries that have set up these things. And they want it backed by gold, of which America doesn't have. See? So it's almost over, man, for our people, man. They just don't get it. But anyway, where was I at? Oh, no, man, I forgot. Okay. But yeah, man, this guy, he gets up there telling the entire world how much he hates his own people. That's funny. He hates his own people. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord thy God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Okay? So all these curses, like it says in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. Okay? NLT, but if you refuse to listen to the Lord your God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and do not obey all the commands and decrees I am giving you today, all these curses will come and overwhelm you. Right? And that's basically what's going on with Esau, Edom. All these curses are being put on our enemies, as the Most High had promised. Right? Their towns and their fields are being cursed. Their fruit baskets and bread boards are cursed. The children and your crops will be cursed. The offspring of your herds and flocks will be cursed. Wherever you go, whatever you do will be cursed. Okay? The Lord himself will send on you curses, confusion, and frustration in everything you do, until at last you are completely destroyed for doing evil and abandoning me. The Lord will afflict you with diseases until none of you are left in the land you are about to enter and occupy. The Lord will strike you with wasting diseases, fever and inflammation, with scorching heat and drought, and with blight and mildew. These disasters will pursue you until you die. Okay? So Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is going to go into slavery. Okay? And he's got to pay for all the things that he's done. Let's go over a laundry list of all the things that he's done. Right? Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Right? Let's find out what he did. NLT, because of the violence you did to your close relatives in Israel, you will be filled with shame and destroyed forever. When they were invaded, you stood aloof, refusing to help them. Foreign invaders carried off their wealth and cast lots to divide up Jerusalem, but you acted like one of Israel's enemies. You should not have gloated when they exiled your relatives to distant lands. You should not have rejoiced when the people of Judah suffered such misfortune. You should not have spoken arrogantly in that terrible time of trouble. You should not have plundered the land of Israel when they were suffering such calamity. You should not have gloated over their destruction when they were suffering such calamity. You should not have seized their wealth when they were suffering such calamity. You should not have stood at the crossroads, killing those who tried to escape. You should not have captured the survivors and handed them over in their terrible time of trouble. The day is near when I, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, will judge all godless nations. As you have done to Israel, so will it be done to you. All your evil deeds will fall back on your own heads. Just as you swallowed up my people on my holy mountain, so you and the surrounding nations will swallow the punishment I will pour out upon you. Yes, all you nations will drink and stagger and disappear from history. Okay? So the Most High has already got it planned. Okay? Let's go find these nations. Let's see. Boom. Let's get them. Okay. Psalm 83 and 3. They devise crafty schemes against your people. They conspire against your precious ones. Come, they say, let us wipe out Israel as a nation. We will destroy the very memory of its existence. Yes, this was their unanimous decision. They signed a treaty as allies against you. Right? You got the United Nations, you got World Health Organization, you got World Economic Forum. All these people, the man says he hates his own people, but that's not going to change the fact that you're somebody in your family, Edomite Caucasian, somebody was in your family that was complicit with the destruction of the children of Israel, hanging them for trees, burning them at the fucking stake, cutting body parts off, taking souvenirs. Okay? So we understand why you hate yourself, but the curses of Deuteronomy are now starting to fall upon you and your people. Okay? These Edomites and Ishmaelites and Moabites and Hagarites and Gabalites and Ammonites and Amalekites and people from Philistia and Tyre, Assyria has joined them too and is allied with the descendants of Lot. Okay? So all these different people, okay, they are all signed a treaty as allies against the people of the Lord. And Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, was at the top. The tabernacles of Edom. He was the number one country that put all these different deals against our people. Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, right? So the only people that are going to be saved are individuals from Judah, which consists of Negroes, right? The southern tribe of the house of Israel, and Jerusalem, which is the northern tribe of the house of Israel that consists of the Latinos and Native Americans, okay, for the most part. Now you have our people that have been scattered, and they cast lots and scattered our people into all these different countries. So their bloodline is going to be intermingled with the heathen nations of the countries. They're going to look like the heathen nations, okay, in appearance. But you'll know their soul that is within them, because we must try the spirit by the spirit, because we don't know who is an Israelite now because of the intermingling of the Israelite seed line with all these other heathen nations. So we can't just look upon a person and see that they're this person, they're that person. We have to try the spirit in them, ask them questions about their religious belief system, where they're at, in their faith. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. There I will judge them for harming my people, my special possession, for scattering my people among the nations and dividing up my land. They threw dice to decide which of my people would be their slaves. They traded boys to obtain prostitutes and sold girls for enough wine to get drunk. Okay? Real shit, man. So this is the reason why the Most High is going to destroy these devils. They got to go, man. What was it? Hold on. Where was it? And go back to Psalm 73. Yep. Right? I envied the proud when I saw them prosper despite their wickedness. They seem to live such painless lives. Their bodies are so healthy and strong. They don't have troubles like other people. They're not plagued with problems like everyone else. They wear pride like a jeweled necklace and clothe themselves with cruelty. These fat cats have everything their hearts could ever wish for. They scoff and speak only evil. In their pride, they seek to crush others. They boast against the heavens, and their words strut throughout all the earth. And so the people are dismayed and confused, drinking in all their words. And that's exactly what's happening right now through mainstream media being controlled by the Israeli lobbyists, the Anti-Defamation League, the Southern Poverty Law Center, which contribute to those Amalekite Khazars that are currently imposters that are inhabiting the land of Israel right now. Those people are not God's chosen people. And B.B. Makowalski, a.k.a. Benjamin Nothing, not a J-O-O, okay, he believes that he's going to be the catalyst to bring in World War III and to bring the Son of the Most High God back to the earth. He believes he's the catalyst. But in some respects, that is true. Okay? But it's not going to end the way he thinks. Jeremiah chapter 50. Verse 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he hath proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations. The earth will shake with the shout, Babylon has been taken, and its cry of despair will be heard around the world. Okay? So the destruction of America more than likely is going to be televised from satellites in space. Oh, yeah. Everybody else in the world is going to see the destruction of America on a thermonuclear level. Okay? Praise the Lord. Anyway, all praises to the Most High Yahweh. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Right? Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1, for the Lord will have mercy upon Jacob and will yet choose Israel. Jacob, not those Israeli converts over there, and set them in their own land. So the land has to be purged because it's been completely polluted with wickedness and bloodshed and rape and murder and pedophilia, right? With grape, with a G, right? Grape. You gotta, for the YouTube algorithm. Anyway, and the strangers, which are the Israelite foreigners that I had mentioned earlier, that look like the heathen nations, shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. Now, the people who are the Israelites shall take them are the heathen nations in Esau, Edom, right? And we're going to possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So this is our future. Okay? Like I said earlier in the video, Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 4, one generation passeth away and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. So the earth is always going to be here. This is the end of Esau's rulership. That's all it is. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, HaMashiach. Shalom.